Uh, okay, so let me share my screen first. Okay, so this is week 8 of this problem solving session taken by me. Uh, and I'm Kamna Mishra from IIT Mandi and the School of Mathematical and Statistical Sciences. And the course is basically taken by Professor Salo. He's from Department of Mathematics and Statistics, IIT Kanpur. So these are the basic links for getting the problem solving session link, drive link, and YouTube link. Okay, so for today's class, we are gonna learn all these topics, and then after that, uh, we will have some questions related to all of this. Okay. So in the last class, we have gone through the list a little bit. In the last, we have gone through what is list exactly. Today we will start from how to merge list and then basically converting it to other vectors and then so on. So these are like the topics for the today's class. Okay. So merging list. So merging basically means what? uh, Merge means you have two lists, then you want to merge it. I don't exactly know whether you have remember or not. We have done this in time of uh, matrix. We have said merging the matrix by saying concatenating the matrix, and we have done that by two ways, which was R bind and C bind. So remember, whenever we are doing anything in forward direction, always try to relate it with your previous work also, and so that it will be in your hand, like handy to all the commands, etc. Okay, so merging two list means basically we have two lists and then we want to merge it in one list, and we want to say that we want to basically give a new list by taking the elements of the previous list. So how we can do that? uh, so let's say list 1 I'm denoting by L1, and I'm saying L1 is list, and you can take like numeric character or whatever it is. So let's say I'm taking the matrix. Okay, so matrix is n row, let's say 2, uh, in col equal to 3, and data is from 1 to sorry 1 to 6. Okay, so this one is L1. Let's say L2, I want to take a list, and I want to repeat, let's say 1 to 3, uh, two times. Okay, so what is L1? L1 is this, and L2 is this, right? So if I take now, in the time of matrix, we have done that by uh, C bind or R bind. So C bind was column wise, and then R bind was uh, row wise, row wise concatenation. But in the time of list, there is nothing like row and column. So it will just give number 1, 2. So you can see here, here it is 1 and here it is 1. Now what will happen if I merge it? So by for the merging, we need see, just see the time, like when we define a vector. So L1, L2. So now L12 is, so here it was 1, here it was 1, now it is 1 and 2. So if you will give L1 first, it will give the first one to L1. If you will give L2 firstly, then it will give uh, do this. So let's do that also. If I will do C L2 comma L1, then it will give the L2 one the first number and L1 to the second number. So this was like how to do the merging of list. So you can merge it in that way. Okay. Now what we can do at otherwise. So this is the list. Now if we want to unlist, what does that mean by unlist? So unlist is basically, we have defined a list, and inside we have given a lot of different ways, like we can give matrix, we can give a vector, uh, we can we can give the repetitive vector, we can give the different kind of commands inside, we can give the character vector, we can give the numeric vector. So a lot of different ways we can do. So for all, it will show, if you will check the mode, it will show it is a list because we have defined that in terms of list. But if we want to, if we unlist that, then it will give the inside one, that what it was. So let's say I will do unlist L1. Okay. Uh, then the mode of unlist L1 will be numeric. But if I will check mode of L1, it will be a list. So whatever you give inside the list, it does not matter what it is, it will always give the mode as this. Now if I will check the mode of uh, a list L2, then it will show numeric. Okay, because inside the matrix we are giving the numeric value. So of course if I will check for L1 2, then also it will be numeric. So that is like, sometimes when we do for loop, sometimes we just collect these numbers in terms of list so that it will be easy for the processing, and at the end we unlist those command so that we can do the further processing also. So there are a lot of uh, needs it can satisfy by doing this command. Okay. uh, the next thing, uh, so it was the converting list to the vector. So you can do that by doing the unlist one. Now the next one is appending a new element to a list at an index. So appending a new element to the list, what does that mean? So if I have a list, let's say I am giving 1 2 3. Okay. If I'm giving, like, let's say three values. Okay. Then I want to append a new value. So it does not mean that I need to define that list again. So let us consider that if you are working on some kind of data, and then you want to add some data, like previously you did not have that data at that point, particularly at that time is like when we use time series data, then sometimes it happens that we do not have, at particular point we do not have any data, but let's say you have done some kind of analysis and you have got that data, then it does not mean that you need to define the list again, right? So how we can do that? we can just do uh, by appending it, and then if you will give simple command append uh, list 1, and let's say anything, let's say the data value is 9, then it will always append in the last. Okay, if you will not give any command to it that where it needs to like add. Okay, uh, but if you will give it command that after this, then if it will give after it. So if I will give after 2, then it will give after 2. So in that way you can define. So let's just see if I will append uh, L1 4. Okay, so L1 was a matrix, so it has defined this L1, and then L2 is this. Sorry, appending. When we say append, then it will append 2, right? So this is something like append. So why it used basically? What happens is that yeah, in general loop we use that when this equal to that, like for C 1 to 1000, let's see. So if I will do uh, for C 1 to 1000, for C in 1 to 1000, so what you can do is that take L1 is equal to numeric this, and then here you can write uh, append L1 comma uh, C, let's say. Then what it will do, it will create give L1 as 1 to 1000 list. So in that way we can use this append command. Okay, in the list. So if I will do append in L1 2, let's say L1 2, and then I want to append uh, let's say a simple square root of 8, then it will be L1, this one L1 2 was L1, and then L2, and the new one is 3, so L1 2. Okay. So this was regarding the append of list by, but here till now we have not given any position to this, right? We have only given that just append it. So if you will give just append it, it will just append it in the last. If you will not give any command, like in the matrix, if you will not give by row, then by default it will be false. If you will give true, then it will give okay, this is true. Okay. So now if I will do this, let's say in this append L1 2, uh, and then let's say same thing square root of 2, and if I will write after is equal to 1. So it was sqrt append 1 to sqrt is equal to 1. So, previously here you can see that I have given just L1 to append is square root of 8. So, it has append in 3. But here if I will give after 1. So, after 1, the first index, after 1, it will append this, the second one. So, it was the like where you want to append that particular one. Okay. Now, so we have gone through that. Now the next thing is removing from the list. So L12 is this because we have not updated L12 as this. So this one is L12. Uh, let's say L123, I'm defining it by append. Uh, okay. So L123 we have is this. So now if I will write list 1, 2, 3 and in bracket, if I will write minus 2, uh, oh sorry, L1, 2, 3 minus 2, then it is minus 2. So what I did is that I have removed this, the second one, right? So minus is means 1 to 3 and then removing those elements. So we have done that in terms of array also, in terms of I think vector. So when x was like 1 to 8 and we have seen x from minus 2 to 8. So uh, I think we have done something like that. Yeah. So it was this, and it was if I have removed minus 2 to 8, that means y minus remove y 2 to 8. So in the similar way, we can do the removal from the list also. So if I will do L1, 2, 3 minus 1, then it will be just second or and third. So in that way, you can do the removal from the list. And the next one is basically the extraction. So extraction you can do from 2 to 3, from 1 to 2, 1 comma 3, like you can just give this also, uh, c 1 comma 3. So C1 comma 3 means 1 and 3. So the similar one you have got in minus 2 also. So when we have removed the minus 2, we have 1 and 3. If you will give list L1 to 3 and C1 comma 3, so you can have just uh, 1 and 3, but remember that it is giving the name as 1 and 2. It will not give as 1 and 3 because it is still the list, so it is still defining in the form of list. Okay, so that was the relating the extracting from the list, and then how do we define basically that. Okay. So next one is the vector indexing. So vector indexing means basically we want to index those vectors and then we want to extract the information from the related one. So we have done that I think in term time in the very starting. I think so. If I define x vector, and if I will take x from x greater than 5, then we can define it. And so uh, in the very starting when we were going through some commands, we have defined that. So if I will do x1 z1 is equal to 1 to 10, and z such that z greater than 6, then I have this. uh, what else I can give is that, let's say xz5 is equal to na. So what happens is that sometimes uh, like you can use it in terms of like when I use it, I use in time when I have some kind of outliers in the data. So I just define those outliers by this na. I replace those outliers by na and then I just interpolate it so that it can be so that there will be no outlier in my data. So that is the need of defining any element to na. Otherwise, like it does not make any sense that defining a value by na, but this can happen, like so this. And then we know already, if I will do sum, then it will be na, but if I will do sum na.rm is equal to true, that then it will be 50. So na.rm is whatever the na values, just remove that. So na means na values dot rm, remove those values is equal to true, so it will remove those values and give the na. uh, what else you can do is that z says that uh, is dot na z. So is dot na means whatever the values are not na, it will give you like this. This symbol is for not. So is dot naz means the naz value was 5, and then if I will write that all the values which are not equal to na, and then it will be like this. Okay, so this I think we have gone through this already uh, in these terms, and then we have gone through that already, uh, like x from -2 to 8, -1 to 3. So that is already known. Uh, so the next is that string vector. So string vector is basically string vector. So a string vector is basically we want to give the whatever the elements of the vector we have. Let's say we have three elements, then we want to give them name, right? So we want to give a name to a vector so that it can make sense. Let's say the report card. In the time of report card, we want the name of the students, the age of the student, and then the class of the student, and a lot of values like what are the numbers, like what are the total number, etc., etc. So we want to give the name in times of that. So that way we can do string vector, and then we take the help of a list. So let's say a1 is a list where we are defining the terms as uh, let's say name. Name is equal to, let's say, some xyz, uh, and then age. Age equal to, let's say, I'm giving 15. Okay, and then uh, like uh, number. uh, so number, let's say I'm defining it like this. So it let's say a student have some numbers 80, 90, and then 85, and then 87. Let's say these are four subjects in which he or she has some numbers. So this way number, and then class. So class I'm defining by just CS so that it will not go by class otherwise. And the class can be like, let's say, is it 11 class. So if I will now see A1. So here A1, now you can read basically by this. So you can go just A1 and then. So if you have like a lot of lists like that and you just want the name of all the students, so all you need to do is that take those lists and take the dollar sign and then just do the uh, what like whatever is needed, the name, numbers, etc., etc. So the names of A1 is name, age, number, and class. So these are the names of this. Now you can replace these names also. So if I want to replace some name, so let's say uh, rather than number, I want to write percentage. Okay, because these are the percentage in that subject. So let's say I have given this. So now A1 is uh sorry, I have given just name. Okay, I have replaced, I have not given the index here. I have just given for the one, so it has given just one. So let me do that again. So this is A1. Uh, if I will, I want to do replace this third one, right? So I need to give the third one by percentage. So now A1 will have name, age, and percentage class. So rather than numbers, it will have name, age, and percentage. So that way you can just remove this one. Right? Other ways are like accessing it. So uh, you can do this for accessing the name, right? So it will give name and then xyz. So this is how you can define this string vector. Okay, so it was like the string vector, and then it is changing the dimension of list. Changing the dimension of list is basically you have a list, let's say a long list, and then you want to convert it into two parts. Okay, so two parts or three parts, like whatever number. So you can define it like in a matrix way. So basically converting a list into the matrix form. So there we use the dimension word. So let's say I'm considering a B1 list, and then the list I'm defining like 1 2, and then like 1 2, and then it as 1 2, right? So if I will give this dimension of B1 as C 2 3, then B1 will be defined like this: 1 2 1 2 and 1 2. So that is the way you can convert this by mixing. So that was the changing the dimension, or basically just converting it some in some kind of like matrix, but it will still be a list. Okay. Okay. So the next one is that factors. So factors is what basically when we have the variables, we define the variables into two ways: quantitative and qualitative. So like I have said in the time of string vector. Uh, in the time of string vector, what I have said that if I am having uh, sorry, if I'm having this, I want to consider string vector, I can take the like of a report card, then I can take the name, age, uh, number, uh, or let's say percentage, and class. Okay. So, for a particular person, these all things will be different. So, it will have the, I mean, in general, I'm not saying that they cannot have, that two-person cannot share the same name, age, person, class, etc. But we're not defining it like class. You can define like from 1 to 10. So from 1 to 10 we have. So let's just do for all three. So for like for age, obviously for the 10th class student, we can define that let's say from 15 to 20, all the students lie in this age, most probably. The percentage will be like some minimum to maximum. The name can differ anyway. So these are the variables which we define. Now there are some variables which we define like qualitative. So qualitative means like when we define the gender. So gender is male and female. So we can define that variable in terms of this and this. Now the percentage. So depending on the percentage, we can define a performance that this one is doing good in this, very good, average, excellent. So like for greater than 95 it is excellent, for greater than 90 it is very good, for 80 to 90 it is good, for 70 to 80 it is average, for below 70. So in that way we can define. So these are basically the categorical variables. Lot of things you can define like colors. We can define the color palette when we define. So if we define a color palette, so how we define it? We can define it by uh, uh, like so we can define like this one is very light, and then light, and then normal, and then dark, then very dark. So in that way we can define a color palette. So for gray color you're gonna define some palette, right? So that in that also we are defining by this as categorical variable. uh, Now there can be like there needs to be some kind of certainty that we can give. Like if you talk about the colors, then in between the dark and very dark, like there is some kind of continuity in terms of shades. So in that way we cannot define exactly uh, the numbers. We cannot give the numbers to each and every value, but if we define this like, but we can define on our own that whether we want to do this or not. Like if I will say greater than 95, the performance is excellent. So the one who is getting the 100, one who is getting the 99 or and 98, that one is also the excellent one, right? So that time it does not matter. Okay. So what I was basically trying to define was that we are going to use this factor. The factors basically represents these categorical variables. So I was trying to define the factors. Then how we are going to use these factors? So factors are basically used to define these categorical variables. Okay. uh, so what we have is that we just we have some we have some values, and then we define, we just do it like okay, these are connected to these. Okay, so if I will take more factors. So factors. Okay, I think there is just fact. Okay. So what it has is that factor. There needs to be a characteristic, and then the levels. So levels means in the first one you have these values. So let's say I'm giving, let's say, ec- uh, these 10, 20, 20, 30. So these are kind of the values I'm giving. And then levels you can define by, okay, these are just levels, and the labels equal to levels. So labels equal to levels means I'm defining that, okay, these are the uh, labels. So in terms of like when I toss the coin, so tossing a coins will result, let's say I'm tossing a coins 1,000 times. Okay, so for the X string it will be 1,000 values, like 1 0 0 1 1 0. A lot of values can happen. But for the next one, for the levels, it has just 0 and 1. And for labels also it will have just 1 0 and 1. So these are the labels of this. So you can go through other also, what like whether you want to give the orders, what are the maximum number. So n max is basically upper bound on the number of levels. So you, these are the only number of levels you can define. And then levels, whether you want to sort it. So in general I think it will sort on its own. If you will give the character value, it will sort alphabetically. If you will give the numerical value inside, it will sort the numerically, like 0 1 2, in that way. Okay. uh, so let's say I am defining an array. uh, let's say I'm defining y by um, repetition. C C 0 1 by 5 times. So what is y? It is 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, so it is this. Now if I do, then it is, I have given, like for 0 to 10 it was 0 1 0 1 0 1, and then I have defined by 11 by 1. Okay, so that there can be some kind of break in here. And then, okay, uh, and then I will give like what are the possible values can be for the toss. So p dot toss I'm defining. So what are the possible values can be of for the toss? So the possible values can be 0 and then 1. So these are the possible value for the toss. And then labels I can give as C. So this one is for head, let's say, and this one is for tail. So let's say I'm defining a factor by f factor, and then I'm defining factor by y. uh, Levels is equal to p dot toss, and labels are equal to labels. So what is f? F is head. So it will not give you 0 1 0 1 0 1. It will give you head tail head tail head tail head tail head tail. So basically whatever your answer is, you are giving, like when we define x as a random variable, and then we define like head by 0 and tail by 1. So similar like that, in that way we have defined it. So it, if I will do factor here, so it will give me that, okay, the first one is head, the second one is tail, first one is head, second one is tail. So you have the answer in the term. We say that, like if I toss the coin, I will never say that it is 0 it is 1, I will always say it is head or tail. So in that way you can define this factor. uh, Now, let's say if I will define, uh, if I will not give it, give the levels to it. Okay, if I will not give it, here I have given the levels as 0 and 1. Okay, so it has given, it is giving me as, and then I have defined y as 0 1. I have defined levels 0 and 1. So if I will not give a level 0 and 1, then it will do that on its own. So let's say I'm defining some x1 vector, uh, and I'm defining it like 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 3, 9, 10, 3, 6, 8, 2, 1. Let's say I'm defining it like this. So right now x1 is just a vector. But if I will take some g, and I want to do the factor of this x1, then g will be, the values are same, but the factors are what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 10. So it is containing the value, so it is basically uh, the values which are not repeated, and then it will always come in order. So it is not like that if 4 is repeated, like, it will not, firstly it will not depend on how many times it is repeated. If it is repeated one time, then also it will, and its numeric value is smaller, then it will come firstly. So it will be in order. So levels it has given on its own. So if I will not define the order levels, then it will give this. So let's say here I have defined, in for the y I have defined the levels as p dot toss. But if I will not define on my own, it will do it on its own. As dot factors y, if I will do that, uh sorry, as dot factor, if I will do as dot factor, it will give the levels on its own. So this was regarding the levels of numeric one. So if I will give the uh, if I will give the character wise, then it, let's see how it will give. So if I will give like 1, 2, 0, 1, 3. If I will do like this, then H will give 1 2 0, uh, 1 0 3. So you can see that alphabetically, O comes first, and then T, and then at the end there is Z. So for T, for 3 and 2, so H comes first, so 3 comes first, and then 2 and 0. So it will do it alphabetically. So orders will give it, levels it will give as alphabetical order. Now, now if I will take this class of H, so it is a, so if you will define any one by factor, then it will give the class as factor. Uh, so let's say here in H it has given that 1 2 0, 0 3, and then these are the factors and these are the levels of it. Now if I will do it unclass, so if I will do unclass, So unclass H, when I have done, then what it has done is that it has just uh, given uh, 1320 as the levels, and then here it is 134142. So what is 134? This one, like 1, and it is come in the first one. Now the 3, so 3 is here, so it is in the second one. So let me just copy paste the whole thing so that it will be more clear. So the levels here 1320. So this one is first one, this one is second, this one is third, this one is fourth. These are the orders, right? So it will give when I do the unclass. So here it is giving 120103 because this was the list, but here now it will give order value. So here when it is 1, so the order value for 1 is 1. When it is giving 2, okay, so for the 2 the order value is what? 3. When there is 0, for 0 the order value is 4, so it is giving 4. When it is 1, the order value is 1, so it will give 1. When it is 0, the order value is 4, it will give 4. When it is 3, the order value is 2, so it will give 2. So if I do the unclass, this is the order. So it is 134142. So 134142, you will automatically understand that first one is 1, the third one that means 2, the fourth one means 0. So in that way it will do the unfactor of the unclass of a factor. So that way you can define the unclass of the factor. Now, so this was the unclass. Now, if rather than 1, 2, 3, etc., if I want to give the like 1, 2, 3, if I want to give it the colors, you can define, or let's say for 1, 2, 3, 4, we are defining it as average, good, uh, excellent, and let's say from the average, good, very good, and excellent. So we want to define like this. Okay, so unclass of H we have, and if I will define like let's say I am defining uh, performance. I'm defining performance C as uh, let's say average, good, uh, very good, and then uh, excellent. Okay, if I'm defining this as performance, okay, and I will do this perform performance uh, sorry on class H, then it is average, the first is average, the second is very good, the fourth one is excellent, the first one is average, the fourth one is excellent, and the second one is good. remember that I have not given the average one as 1, the good as 2, sorry, average one as 0, the good as 2. I have not defined it like this. I have just given a simple this. So it will give like in the order. So it will give 1 2 1 3 2 0 as 1 as average, 3 as good, 2 as very good, and 0 as excellent. So it is not defined this category is not defined as 0 1 2 3. Okay, so that is why the place where there is 1, it will give the average. The place there is 3, so in place of 3 there is now very good. And then in place of fourth, so fourth one is excellent. So first one is again the average, and the fourth one is excellent, and the second one is good. So that way you can just, so here we have started from 1 2 0 1 0 3, and here we have ended at average, very good, excellent, average, excellent, good. So that way you can just convert from one factor to another factor. So what we have done is that firstly we have unclass. So the we have converted from a factor to a vector, I think, and then we have converted that again to a factor. So this way you can define the class and unclass of a factor. Okay. And then you can define like for the further one you can define like the factors again, for the why we have used factors basically. So to define this, to define let's say you can define the you can give any values data to a category like the temperature. If you have, then you can define that okay, this one to this one it is uh, average temperature, this one is high temperature, this one is low temperature. The right now if you go through your mobile, then there is some kind of air quality, right? So for different places there are different air quality index, and then you see on that basis that okay, the air quality at this place is good, at this place is it is very good. If it is so bad, they will write it as a severe. So if severe air quality, so there also we are using the this categorical variable. So there also we can take help of factor. So that way you can use all these things basically in this real life, I mean. Okay, so I have said that previously also, that whenever you try to do any kind of work, then always use that, always think that where we can use it. Okay. Okay, so the order factor we have we you can we will do some questions, and then order factor is basically that the defining the factor in terms of order. Okay, so what we can do is that we can take some 2 3 examples of order factor also. So uh, if I will, so till now what we have done is that we have just given uh, the factors like we have defined on our own, the 1 2 3, and then we have done this class and class etc. So let's see how we can make use of the order factor. So for the ordered factor, you need to give it like ordered. uh, so let's say I want to use this here quality. Okay. And then I want to give C, and then I'm giving it like good, very good, uh, bad, uh, severe, and then good. And then let's say here. Okay, so let's say this, and the levels, I'm defining it as bag. Good. Sorry, I need to define that also. Good. Okay, so here you can see that the till now, like v comes after s. Okay, so if I will not, I will give just factor, then it will give me bad, good, severe, and then very good, right? uh, but here it is giving me that, sorry, I have not defined it correctly. uh, Let me do that again. So it should be severe should come first. Yes, good. And then the levels be uh, C here, right? Good. Okay, so now air quality is like severe is the worst one, then bad, and then good, and then very good. So these are the levels because I have defined the order in this form. So other, if I will not define the ordered way, if I will rather than ordered, if I will give the factor one, it will be bad, good, severe, and very good because of the alphabetical order. So, but if I will give rather than alphabetical order, do it like this, do the order of the levels like this, then it will give like this. So now we can see that this is the air quality, and then this one is good, very good. So depending on that, and if I will go now uh, on class air quality, then it will give me regarding this. So 3, 4, and then 2 bad, and then first one is severe. So this way you can see that what is the, so this when you can define this air quality index kind of thing. Okay, that okay, this one is this one is this. So this one was the regarding the order factor. Okay. Uh, the next one is the last one regarding the formatting and the display of the string. So, formatting and display is basically that we know the values are this, but we do not want it to display it in like up to too much of values. So, basically, you can use this for the like you can use the round also, that round this and up to digits this. But if you want to just the, if you don't want to uh, like if I will define round square root of 2 and digit is equal to 5, so it will do save it as a variable, but right now I don't want to save it, I just want to print it. So right now it is like square root of 2 is this. If I will do print square root of 2 and digits is equal to, let's say, 3. So it will give me the digits in total, right? So it will give me the digits in total. And uh, if you want to define it like after this, like format after this, like if you want to trim after the particular value, so let's say, so here you can see that trim is equal to 4, so we can do the trimming up to this. Digits you can give how many digit, n small you can give the justify, you can give that from where you want to do this trimming of this. N small is 0l. So what is n small? N small is the minimal number of digit to the right of the decimal point. Okay, so if I will give it right to the decimal point and then I will give 3, then it will give me after this. So let's say, let us do that. So if I will give print uh, format and then a square root of 2, uh, digits is equal to 3 and small is equal to 3, then it will give me 1.414. So digit is equal to 3. If I will give n small is equal to 3, then it will count after the point, it will give me the 3 digits. So n small is after that, it will give the 3 digits, etc. uh, the other thing is that uh, here it is width. So width is basically use the minimum field width or null or for zero restriction, the maximum this and this. So the default is 1 2. What does that mean by this? That when it will print the values, basically it will print in uh, in that way. Like if I will give width 7, then it will give the break of like, I mean, if I'm writing uh if if I'm giving width 7, then it will be 1. If I'm giving width 2, it will be 1. So it is just this. So I don't know if it makes any sense or not. It is, I think, just formatting, so that if let's say you have a very long numbers, you have an vector which have very long numbers and then it is not clear, so it you can give the width so that it will look clear. So basically formatting and displaying, so display, I mean, you can do the display good, but it is none of your use if you just want to save this into somewhere else, so it will not make too much of sense in that way. So this was regarding the lectures. The next we will go through some questions regarding the whatever we have learned so far further to discuss. Okay, so uh, what can be the answer of this? C. So C is the answer, because it is it if there is nothing written, then it will do after the last term, it will append. After the last term it will append, and it will not replace any element. So the second one, it has replaced one element and it has like appended it starting at the last. For the fourth one it has appended anywhere, so the third one is correct. Next one. So here it is written that after 2. So after the second position it will see. Okay. So here you can see that in after the second one it is coming. Here it is after third one, etc. etc. A, right? So it will be Japan, China, and this because it is 3 to 5. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 to 5 is Japan, China, and 15. Fourth one. If I want to replace the B by Y.
Option A.
Option A. Here, if X is defining like a factor, this and this, what will be the outcome?
Option B.
So the levels are 20, 40, 60, 80, 90,
90.
and
90.
this. And the values are this. So in the first one, they have removed the value also, so it will not be correct. This will be correct.
Okay, so like 40 will be also one time.
Uh,
Like here is that 40 is two times, so output will be 20, 40, 60, 80, 90.
uh,
No, no.
here
Okay, then be correct.
here it is 20, 40, comma 40, and then 60. Here it is the same array like given here, right?
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I was thinking ki option A is correct.
Option A is correct. No, option A is not correct because what they have done is that they have removed the values also. So the levels are these, but the values will remain same as the uh, this. Values will remain same as like this. It will not change. Right?
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Next one is that uh, what is the result of command factor data and followed by the levels of data?
Option C.
Option C. So, no, I think I'm not getting
No,
this.
to D. C or D. Yes, I think.
The levels of data, if I'm having four values, then we cannot define like this, right? So there is less number of levels. Let us do this question. If I'm having the data as C, 10, 20, 30, 40. Uh, I'm defining the levels of data as C, let's say no medium high. Okay, uh, and I will give the factor data. It does not work like that. I think uh, it because if I will give the levels of data, if I will let's say give the factors, uh, data and levels is equal to levels uh, okay, because it will not give the values, right? If I will give the levels
Yeah.
only three levels, then it will not give any answer for that. So none of these will be correct because we are giving three levels. Let if I will give if I will just replace this levels of uh, data uh, by this C, let's say low, uh, medium, high, and let's say very high. And then I will do this vector data levels is equal to levels of data. Then also it is not giving any one values. I can give then levels is equal to C. Uh, then also it is not. Oh, okay. I have defined this levels as LMHVH, but I need to. These are I can give as labels, not as levels. So levels I need to define in terms of the data values, right? So when we have done factors, uh, where is factors? Huh. So here we have defined the factors in terms of 0, 1, and we have defined the labels in terms of levels, right? So we cannot define this. We can do maybe uh, labels like this. So let's say data and labels is equal to this C L M H and V H. Okay, so now it will come as LMHVH if I will give labels in that terms. Okay, let us do that. If I will define labels is equal to this labels or maybe just this. If I will give, then I think there will be. Okay, yes, because there is invalid length. So if you have this three, and then we define the levels of the data, it will not give any of these values. If because then also the factor of data, uh, if I define the factor of data directly, then it will give me this. If I will define the factor of data given the levels of this, then it will give me any values because I need to define the levels in terms of uh, levels in the way data is defined. So none of these will be the correct answer. It will be none of these. Is it clear or not?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, the next one is this. Okay, so here you can see that levels are defined in this way because these are defined in this way.
Option B.
Option B. Okay, so let us do that because we have just given the ordered directly. We have not given in terms of order is equal to true. So let us do that. This question. So factor it was C. Uh, 11, 22, 22, 11, 22, 22, 33, 33, 33, 44. Uh, can you mute yourself? First is equal to C 11, 22, 33, 44, and then order is equal to 2. Okay, so we can do this way also. Here, previously we have defined the ordered, and then so the similar work can be done by factor and then giving the order inside. So it will be this, and then levels are like this. So the second one is the next one is that this one is factor of, and then inside factor it is doing this repetition one.
Option B.
Option B, right? So it will be 2 times apple. So it will be 2 times apple, and then uh, it will be 2
Three times
times
banana.
apple, banana, 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 and the levels are apple and banana. So it will be the second one. The next one is here we are doing the unclass. Okay, so unclass one is we are doing
Option A.
option A. Okay. Let's see. So here it is written this C dog, cat, bird, cat, dog, and the levels it is a dog, cat, and bird, right? So, firstly, when you will print it, it will come. I think the bird, and then cat, and then dog, right? So in that way it will give order. So it will be 1, 2, 3. uh, None of these should be correct, I think, because the third one is coming first.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
like here, like you are saying in the alphabetical order, then the
Yeah.
option A is wrong. But if we are taking like a dog one and cat two and bird one, bird three, then it should be A. Otherwise, no. Like if you are considering the alphabetical order, but how is this like is this automatic things? Because we didn't define in the code.
No, so as I have said that in here somewhere, let me just go through this. Uh, uh, Here, when I have defined this factor, so I have defined this factor, so levels came alphabetically, right? And when I have done this unclass, then also it has done unclass by these alphabetical orders, right? So I don't think any of this answer is correct. So let us just do that.
Okay.
Unclass, and then factor. See this dog, cat. It was dog, cat. bird, uh, cat, and then dog. Okay. And then levels is equal to dog. C, dog, cat. Okay. Uh, yeah, so it is not doing actually by this. I have no idea. So it is doing not doing alphabetically, but previously it was doing it alphabetically. So when we have done this here, uh, factors, uh, it is doing not doing it alphabetically. So alphabetically. So if let's say if I will not define the levels, maybe then it will take on its own. So if I will not define the levels factor and let's say C, and I'm defining the whole here. Okay, so basically, what is happening the here? I have not given the factors levels. So if I will give the levels, it will do alphabetically. If I will not give the levels, it will not do it alphabetically. So I need to write it also. So in terms of factors, if I will give levels, it then it will do according to levels, and if I will not give levels, then it will do alphabetically. Okay, so it was a bit confusing to me. So the first one will be correct because we have defined the levels, so it will not give alphabetically. So it will do like first one as dog, cat, and bird. So it will give 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So I'm just copying it here so that you can remember it. Okay, so that in future you can remember it. That if I will do that, if we will give the levels, it will not do alphabetically. If we will give the levels, if we will not give the levels, it will do alphabetically. Okay, so the next question is, this one is very simple again, like the previous one, I think. So it is 5, 10, 10, 15, 20 with the levels 5, 10, 15, 20. So where is this answer? 5, 10, 10, C, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one is this. Uh, so print, you can see that here it is given just print digits. it is not given that n is small. So n is small was like print the digit after this. So it will be total 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first one will be correct, right? In the second one it is 5. In the next one it has the 6 digit but after the decimal. So we have not defined here after the decimal kind of thing. So it will be just this. Okay. The next one is that what will be the result of this?
I don't think it will add maybe D
Uh,
distance.
uh 300 to 450, I think it does. A. Okay. I think it is A. The distance this kilometers. Okay, so let us do this. So print, if I will give distance. Okay, so it do like plus it does, but I don't remember whether it will give in the one way or another. Uh, print dot default the distance this 300 plus 150 and then kilometers. Oh, sorry, I have not given the. Oh, I have given the comma also. So it is print the distance this comma 300 plus 150 and then kilometers. If I will just give
Man, 300 and 150 in a bracket. Is
it
there
is
any difference? 300 plus 150 is in bracket.
300 plus 150 is in bracket. Here it is not in the bracket. Oh, sorry, it is in the bracket. Sorry. Uh, 300 plus 150. Then also it is giving some default invalid printing digit 450. So it is giving some kind of error also. I will just give distance because I think when we do this in C and all, then it works like this. There is some error. Uh, then also it is not printing NaN produced invalid printing resist this and this. Okay, I will go through this if I mean I right now it is giving the error, but I will go through this question again separately and see what is the problem. Okay. Okay. So if I will do this separately, this column sign is basically to define two values in just one line. So if I will give a 10 and b equal to 2, so it will do it in the one line. Okay. So if I will do this colon in one line, then it will give me start and then finish and then 10 printed in the separate lines. So it will print in the separate lines. So if I will give print uh, start and then print 3 plus 7 and then print finish, then it will give it in the separate lines. Okay, so this is basically for like basically giving 2 3 commands. If you think if these all are like very basic, you don't need to give all the commands in different lines, so we can do that in one line. So it will give this in the separate lines. uh, the next one is big dot mark. So big dot mark, we have not gone through that. Big dot mark is basically, it will give the mark in that position. And uh, let's say 987654321. So I will do format this number 987654321, going to 1, then pick big dot. And it is giving after the 333 digits. So I have not gone through this exactly, that after how many digits it will give, and how it is doing. So you can go through that. So the first one is the correct answer. Like it is giving after 3 digit, when it will give after 2 digits, etc., etc. Okay. Format is like 5 digits. And
ma'am.
yes.
Yeah. So in the last question, like what I understand, this is the digit we have a 9. So 9 is divisible by 3. So that's what that is speaking like a 3 big or what? If we have a 10, then it will take 2 or 5.
Let us do that.
And the last question. Let's say
If I
we
will
just
do
add in.
3, 2, 1, 0, then it is doing 3, 3, 3, and 1. So I think like when we uh, like what to say, read, I think like currency kind of thing, then it is like 321, so 6 lakh, I think, in billions and millions, that kind of format it is giving.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, basically, these are just for formatting. So whether you want to in the time of displaying, I don't think it will. This these particular command will matter a lot. I mean, so that's why I've not gone through in all the details, because all you need, because whatever you are doing here, you are just displaying it, so that it will look better maybe, but otherwise it is of none use in the time of coding.
All right, ma'am.
Okay, so this one is uh, digits 5, n is small is 4. So n is small is 4, that means the uh, after the decimal we want the 4 digits. So it is n.1234, right?
Let's see.
The last one is replacing, what it will do. So uh,
First element should be removed. Option B.
why it will be removed? I'm changing the names here, right? I'm changing the
Ah,
name.
uh, car instead of written as a vehicle.
No, I'm
Then for option A.
no, I'm when I'm changing the name, the names of Z
Mm,
are A and B. A and B. Okay. So if I will replace that, then it will be vehicle will A will be replaced by the vehicle, not the car. Okay.
yes.
So let me do that. So if I will do set list, A is equal to car and B is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the names of Z are A and B. So if I will replace the names of Z and the first one uh, by the vehicle, then uh, the Z will be vehicle car and the B. So the A is replaced by the vehicle, not the car. Okay, because we are changing the names. So the first one is correct and A will be replaced by vehicle. Uh, this one is like what will be the length of list A, X, B, Y, and C 1, 2, 3.
3.
Yes, it will be 3. So it should not be like a confusion. Like for 1 to 3, it is giving again. So let me just do that. So length of list is equal to what's that? Y C. Okay, so it will be 3 because we are giving A, B, C 3 terms. And inside it does not matter how many, like what is the length of the inside vector. That will not matter.
Option A.
Option A is because we are not giving here. We have given the
Odd.
level, so it will give in the levels, but we have not defined the order equal to true, so it will be by default false. Next one. What is paste? If I will do this,
Option
A and D seems similar to me.
similar. Yeah.
I think it is giving some kind of space, so that is also it is considering. So let me just do that. A, B, C separate
Option
brackets.
A.
It is A, B, C, and separate So it will not give any kind of distance. So it will be okay. So this was all regarding today's class. So if anyone have any doubts, questions, you can ask.
Ma'am, we have a one lecture with Professor Salah. So shall we receive a link for that?
Uh,
One interactive, one interactive lesson.
yeah, I think I have also received the mail. So this was this. We have received this, right?
Okay, yeah, there is also Zoom link. Thank you, ma'am. Mm.
Okay. So you can just do this, and the passcode for this is this. So it is on 19 September. So 19 is on Thursday, right?
Mm.
It is Thursday, I think. Today is Tuesday, no? It's 17. So it will be Thursday. So on Thursday, this is. Okay. So what is the Google form for that?
It's
Participants
a
may.
question. Questions. If we have any question, then we should write them.
Is was there any kind of like announcement for that?
We received an email today itself. I was thinking there is a only Google form, but there is a link also, and they have mentioned like if you have any doubt, you can type your questions. Like you can send the questions.
Okay. Foundation of our software. Yes. Here it is written the same. Okay. Okay. All the best for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So if no one has any doubt, then I will just end the class now. Okay, thank you all for joining, and see you in the next class. And most probably, like this is the eighth week lecture, so there are four remaining. And in the end, I will take one more session of 2 hour again. Like this one is up to eighth week, and then there are 4 weeks remaining. 9, 10, 11, 12, and after that I will take one more session of 2 hours, so that whatever we have gone through till now, you can we can revise, like not all of obviously, but we can go through. If you have any kinds of doubts, problems, then you can just prepare for that. And like I will also go through all of these and see like what are the, like we can go through the loops again, so that that will, I mean, whatever things I will think that that can be a little bit messy, or you need to remember, because for the loop you need to remember the whole syntax. So we will go through that. So I just want to tell that there will be one more session after that. Okay, okay then. Bye everyone. I'm just ending this class. Okay. Cannot end the class. Okay, there is some issue, so I'm leaving.